Doug Emhoff has always seemed like the perfect gentleman, but some surprising and unsettling accusations have now surfaced.
If you don't let people know, then they won't know.
Exactly.
You gotta let people know.
Kamala Harris's husband, the second gentleman, has been accused of physically assaulting a woman back in 2012.
It's immoral.
3 friends of the woman, referred to as Jane, have come forward saying that Doug Emhoff, who was 47 at the time, hit her so hard she spun around. They claim this happened late one night after a Cannes Film Festival event in May 2012, and both Doug and Jane had been drinking.
This is something he did on the valet line. Imagine what he does in private if he's capable of doing something like this in public.
One of Jane's friends said the situation started when Jane, frustrated with a long taxi line, offered the valet some cash to move to the front of the line. Jane supposedly touched the valet's shoulder, which infuriated Emhoff. Thinking she was flirting with the valet, he slapped her hard. Jane, in shock, slapped him right back and ended things with him that night. She even called her friend from France that night, crying, saying that she had been hit. Another friend confirmed that Jane shared the same story soon after. She described how Doug grabbed her by the shoulder and slapped her so hard that she couldn't believe it. Outraged, Jane hit him back, twice, once on each cheek. All 3 friends also claim that Doug forced his way into the cab with Jane afterward and didn't even apologize the next day.
Those sources were each independently talking to us, and their accounts closely corroborated each other. So that's part of what gave me the confidence in this story.
For someone who's been praised as redefining masculinity, these allegations are pretty shocking.
We lift up women, we support women, whether it's pay equity, childcare, family leave, and all these issues that, this post-Dobbs hellscape.
The friends provided documentation to the Daily Mail to back up their claims, including a photo of Emhoff with Jane and travel documents that prove they were together at the time. According to the friends, the relationship was serious enough that Jane and Emhoff had even talked about marriage, until this alleged incident happened.
And this has really been just a process of investigation and then, talking to these people and making sure that they were comfortable, because they are very worried about retaliation. That's why they've not been named here, and that's why Jane hasn't been named either.
And if that wasn't enough, Jane's friends also revealed another surprising detail. They claimed that Emhoff confessed to Jane that he paid a settlement of around $80,000 to a nanny he had been involved with during his first marriage. This nanny accused him of causing her miscarriage, but Emhoff denied the allegations and made her sign an NDA to keep quiet about it.
We don't have time to be pissed off. We don't have time to focus on it. It's all a distraction. It's designed to try to get us off our game.
Does it get you off your game?
Now, let's dive even further into this cheating scandal, because this story is a real mystery. This all went down before he met Kamala Harris. The affair happened with Najin Naylor, a teacher at his kids' school several years ago, back when he was still legally married but separated from his first wife, Kirsten Emhoff. Oh, and get this. The Daily Mail tried to spice things up by claiming the woman was the nanny, but it turns out she actually was a teacher at the school.
That's not going to work.
And here's where things get even juicier. According to sources, the teacher got pregnant, but did not keep a baby. However, there might be more to the story. Some eagle-eyed folks noticed a 2009 video on her social media featuring a mysterious baby girl named Brooke, the same year the baby would have been born. But a search of Los Angeles County birth records showed no registrations for a Brooke Naylor or any baby with the last name Emhoff in 2008 or 2009. So, did she have the baby but under a different last name, or was there a miscarriage? It remains a mystery.
I wonder what's happening.
Emhoff took responsibility, and he and Kirsten worked through their issues, eventually finalizing their divorce in late 2010. During my first marriage, Kirsten and I went through some tough times on account of my actions, Emhoff said in a statement provided to CBS News. I took responsibility, and in the years since, we worked through things as a family and have come out stronger on the other side.
I love my family very much. I'm very protective of my family. That's my nature.
Doug's ex, Kirsten, even came out with a statement saying that despite everything, they've managed to stay great friends. She said, "Doug and I decided to end our marriage for a variety of reasons, many years ago. He is a great father to our kids, continues to be a great friend to me, and I am really proud of the warm and supportive blended family Doug, Kamala, and I have built together."
I think that's a true statement.
And in case you're wondering, Kamala knew about the affair before they got married, and it was no secret to the Biden campaign either. Now, Doug Emhoff seems to be all about loyalty and support when it comes to Kamala. In her book, Kamala recounts that Emhoff proposed while she was frantically searching for a pair of missing pants. They were about to leave for a romantic vacation to Italy, and she was stressed about packing. Emhoff arrived at her apartment, and after they decided to order takeout, he got down on one knee and proposed. Harris was so focused on her missing pants that she didn't realize what was happening at first. When it finally clicked, she burst into tears and said yes. Oh, it's like a scene straight out of a romantic movie. How cute.
What's a nickname that your husband calls you?
Honey, babe.
The regular.
Yeah.
So Harris and Emhoff tied the knot on August 22, 2014, in a small ceremony officiated by Harris's sister Maya. Emhoff's kids and Harris decided against using the term stepmom, opting for a more affectionate option.
Their word for me is Mamala, and so they call me Mamala.
In 2017, after Harris was elected as one of California's senators, she and Emhoff spent more time in Washington, D.C. Emhoff began teaching law at Georgetown University in January 2020. Then, on January 20th, 2021, Kamala Harris was sworn in as vice president, making Emhoff the first ever second gentleman and the first Jewish spouse of a president or vice president in American history.
So, first of all, I'm married to the first woman ever to hold this role. So first of all, be a really good husband.
As for Doug Emhoff's ex-wife Kirsten, she is on very good terms with Kamala. Kamala Harris has always praised Kirsten, calling her an incredible mother and a dear friend. In fact, they hit it off so well that they became a dynamic duo at the kids' sports events, as Kamala shared in her essay for Elle. She and I became a duo of cheerleaders in the bleachers at Ella's swim meets and basketball games, often to Ella's embarrassment. We sometimes joke that our modern family is almost a little too functional.
I love Sunday family dinner. It's just whoever's in town, the kids.
Kirsten has been crucial in making Kamala's role as a stepmom smooth. Harris once said, "The thing about blended families, if everyone approaches it in the way that there's plenty of love to share, then it works." And get this, Kirsten has been a huge supporter of Harris's political career. When Kamala was running for president, Kirsten was cheering her on with Instagram posts like, "All she needs now is a cape." She celebrated the Biden-Harris ticket and was thrilled when they won. She even joined Doug and the kids at Kamala's inauguration.
We did it. We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States.
Years later, Kirsten's still rallying for Kamala, like when she posted a Time magazine cover imagining Kamala as the Democratic nominee on July 21st, 2024. That's the power of manifestation. But with this new revelation out in the open, what do you think? Will it put a strain on Kamala and Doe's relationship, or even impact her presidential campaign? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.